Help me grow, fast or slow, as long as I know you're digging for gold. Help me learn, soft or stern, as long as I know you're digging for gold. Life's a movie, the ultimate trip. You should have been told you'd be digging for gold. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Digging for Gold. This is episode 55. We got somebody here today that's like an amazing techno guy. So I want you to do this. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram. And you can do that all by hitting the icons when you go to dangoldberg.com. It's all at the bottom of the first page. You hit on those little icons, and then you're following us or you're subscribing. So you got to hear this, okay? Ahmed Metwoali is joining us today, and he's got two very interesting advanced technological businesses, okay? They're growing, they're starting, they're building. And the first one we're going to talk about is called Sphinque. Sphinque helps people when they're hiring people, right?
Yep.
It sort of eliminates one of the rounds that they have to go through.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Ahmed?
Yeah, so Sphinque is here to replace the first and second technical round of interview. We're starting off by the first because it's mostly gathering signals from resumes and trying to look at different resumes to find which would be the right candidate for this role. However, with the emerge of AI and having all the resumes looking like each other because AI has written all of them,
Right.
yeah, and people are just like using the most fancy words out there, so you can't really tell much by the wording of the resume. So we're starting to move forward into skill-based assessments. So we're kind of simulating the work situation where you're going to be seen at your first day of job and your first week of working for this specific role, and then we create a simulation off of the job description for that role, and candidates get to work on a real project, multi-files, simulating the exact workspace that they're going to be seeing, and using the same AI tools that they're going to be using anyways. So we don't kind of block their AI usage there, so we do allow it.
Is this virtual?
Yeah, it's all in home.
Okay.
Yeah, you could take it at your own pace. So this is basically it gives them this assessment, and it looks at how they navigated the code base, how they interacted with the AI, and collect all the signals that the hiring manager would need to look at to make the best decision to hire this person or not.
So the hiring manager looks at HR, right? Or
Yes.
the hiring manager?
It's HR in terms of like if the HR is not a technical person, then if they want to forward the report for that candidate to the hiring manager, the engineering manager, they can do that too.
And is this for any specific type of business or all business?
So this is for any business who are hiring a technical role. So we're talking software engineers, technical roles including data science, DevOps, front end, back end engineers. So all of the technical roles, we got them covered there.
So you were in Dubai going over this, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about Dubai.
So last October, in October 2025, I was invited and I was speaking on a panel there for a Function 1 conference. There were like 10,000 people attending, and we were doing basically conversations about how AI is affecting the workspace and what people need to reskill, like how the companies need to reskill their employees, and their candidates need to kind of adapt to the new technologies out there and not get stuck in the back. So I was there to talk about Sphinque and how we replaced the first round of interview by using the simulation from the day one simulation. So it was beautiful. I liked the city so much. I'm planning to go back.
Wow.
Yeah, I stayed there for about a week.
That is very cool. And there were 10,000 people, you said?
Yeah, there were a lot of attendees there. There were in my panel specifically. It was the first main stage, so there were thousands of people attending there.
Damn, that's pretty cool. And I know that Dubai is working very diligently to get away from that oil revenue
That's right.
stream and get into new products,
Yep,
new learning platforms, technology, and all the other stuff.
Yeah, they're trying to become the AI hub for companies to go there, and so they have a great vision that they're working towards, and there's a lot of fundings going on around there for startups, and the government is pushing all small companies to innovate basically in the space. So they as you said, they're trying to get away from the oil space and just be open to technologies.
Yeah, because oil will eventually run out.
Yep.
You know, no matter what's happening today.
Yeah, a lot of countries in the MENA region are doing the same things, including Saudi Arabia as well.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. I know Israel works with the UAE.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of things together. That's great. It's great. So how did you come up with the idea?
So my background comes from, I've been a software engineer for about 7 years, and I've worked for different companies, including Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, and I worked for most recently called Serco, which were all defense contractor in somehow. But then I found myself interviewing people who are joining the team a lot. So I interviewed junior developers who are joining the team. And then we found this, we feel like we're asking the same questions that we used to ask a while ago, like 5 or 10 years ago. Same questions. However, we're testing people on their ability to remember things. Now with the AI, they don't have to remember those things anymore. And if we keep testing them on how they memorize their syntax and how they solve problem the way they used to do, they're just missing out on the big evolution that's coming out right now. So I started shifting my mind into companies need to really test for different signals and look for different signals to verify if this engineer is going to be productive and the right fit for the role. So those signals turn to be not to eliminate completely the engineering skills, but to reshape the skill assessment. So the skill assessment, we thought of merging how they used in their day-to-day job, including using coding agents and AI agents, with their engineering foundations. So we kind of blended both together to come up with an assessment that measures both. They measure how they interact with the AI and solve problems faster, and also not give away their fundamental foundations that they're supposed to have as an engineer. So we test their design thinking, we test their architectural thinking and logics, how they prop like the AI responses, whether they accept it just like that. They have to give and take with it to make sure and test everything that the AI gives out, so that basically if they start accepting any responses, that just gives us signals that they don't do their job well. Basically, they just take whatever the AI gives, and the AI hallucinates a lot.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And do you test for soft skills?
Yes. So this is the part that we haven't covered yet. So basically, Sphinque has two parts in there. So the first part is taking the assessment, which is the candidate gets a link, and then they found a complete project that they need to work on. They add a feature and they fix the bug, and then everything is recorded there, and everything is being collecting metrics. The second part, which is the AI interview. So they get into, as soon as they submit their project, they go into an interviewer. The interviewer looks at the project and looks at their responses and answers, and can you create a complete dynamic interview for them, where they ask about their process of how they solve this problem and how they fix that bug. What's their architectural thinking? What would they change if the requirement changes? So basically, it kind of talks them through what would happen if things got changed. Why would you choose this route and not the other route? So kind of basically test their ability to communicate and their ability to defend their work and make sure that they understand what they did, not just copied and pasted from the AI.
So I guess it also measures the way they're interacting with the system.
Yep, exactly.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they the type of person that the system would recognize won't work well with other people, or would work well with other people, would be a good manager?
Yeah. So basically, the interview kind of digs into the communication skills and and the technical defend, like how would they defend their work. So basically, it kind of makes sure that this person did this work and the code passes and everything. Like on paper, the code passes, the test runs and everything looks good. He's wonderful. But then if he didn't do the work himself, he doesn't understand what this AI did for him. They wouldn't be able to defend it. They wouldn't be able to talk through it.
Right.
So we make sure that they're able to talk through their code, talk through their solution, defend it when we kind of the AI sometimes changes the requirement. Tell them, okay, so the requirement got changed, and we do it in a way to simulate how they would suit. So basically, they put it in a way where a customer requested to change this feature to that feature instead. How would you go about this? And then the candidate replies in real time, and it's a conversational basically.
So your system, Sphinque, picks up all those nuances, correct? All the way the person speaks, the person enters the data, the person interacts with the data, okay? And then later for the interview, does it pick up the way the person speaks in the interview?
So it does measure the technical parts and the wordings that come out. However, there's some things that it doesn't judge about, such as accent, doesn't judge about look and feel, it doesn't judge about anything that could be considered biased later on with AI. So basically the AI analyzes what they're saying out of their mouth and what their thinking process is. Basically, it's all engineering metrics and not things that could be biased against.
Okay. But what about friendliness? Like
that would be considered biased, I guess.
That would be considered biased. Because what we find, okay, because I'm a professor, I teach about this stuff, is the one thing that AI may not be able to replace, and I've said this before in other conversations with AI experts, is soft skills. Yeah. Like how that person interacts with people. You can have the smartest person in the world as far as technology goes, but if no one wants to work with them because they're not a good person or a nice person, that fails the system. Yep.
So by talking to the AI, it picks up how the candidates defend their code, how they communicate when they face a hard challenge coming their way, when the requirement changes, how would they go about it? Do they just say, oh, I don't know, and then they just freak out about it, or they break the problem down into chunks? And so basically these are all soft skills that we collect in metrics over the interview.
It does measure some soft skills.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said something very interesting just now. You break it down.
Break it down.
Because if something seems ambiguous to people, I always say, as a matter of fact, yesterday I was talking to some students, the operative syllable is big. Yeah. The thing is too big. So you break it down to the smaller pieces so that you can attack the problem. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll have to break down everything to be able to solve it, basically.
So this just came to you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Alex, can you believe that? Just came to Ahmed all of a sudden, and now he not only spoke to a giant audience in Dubai, he's also on Digging for Gold.
My pleasure.
It's like amazing.
I know, amazing. Got to get those ideas out there, right?
Right. Yeah. You too.
Absolutely. It started about a year ago, where I've been developing all that for about a year, and I'm currently the sole founder for this. So it's a lot of work, basically, to build this whole system by myself.
Wait, and you build it by yourself?
I built it by myself because I'm a computer science major and I graduated from Penn State. So yeah.
You built it yourself.
Yeah.
So eventually you're going to have to get people to work.
Exactly. Get to build the team to handle the system, and then currently I'm focusing on getting out to the market and talking to people, getting trials, and then let people try the system out and just try it out with their next hire and see how it goes.
Try it out, folks. Those of you who have companies and hiring managers, try this out. Get a hold of Ahmed. Right?
Yep.
By the way, before we get into the next thing and then go back to the other thing, how would somebody get a hold of you if they wanted to try it?
So the company's website is called Sphinque.com.
And how's that spelled?
Sphinque.
Sphinque.
Sphinque.com.
Sphinque.com.
And I'm available on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn/N. And then Ahmed Metwoali. That's my profile.
And spell your name.
Yeah. Ahmed. And then my last name is Metwoali.
Ahmed Metwoali. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ahmed Metwoali on LinkedIn. I'm going to ask you something else. Alex, is it time
Time for what?
for Ahmed to do his eyeglasses thing?
Oh,
I think so. Because Dan knows a lot about eyeglasses, but those are special eyeglasses.
Okay.
there you go.
Now, look at his glasses, folks. They are, okay, I'm not going to explain it. You explain it.
Okay. So I've been researching this most recently, and I looked into wearables that are coming out recently, and Meta glasses, and Google are coming up with their own glasses as well. And I believe
They came out with it once.
They came out, yeah. They're
Yeah,
coming
it
out with the new
failed,
ones.
yeah.
They're exactly. It looked kind of weird, but then the newer vision is going into like wearables that look fine. People could wear without having to look like they're wearing some big device on their head.
Like a hat that's with
Yeah.
a T on it. Yeah. Can
Right.
you imagine if I just did this and it was a camera?
Yeah, and you can put like those 360 cameras on the top. So you can like scan the surroundings.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how Alex would work with that when I said, Alex, I need this edited. But anyway, so you're doing the research.
Yeah. So basically, I found that there is a possible opportunity to go into the market for low-visioned and blind people. So those people are always getting around holding somebody else's hand to navigate them around indoor areas or outdoor areas. However, with the emerging technologies now, we have computer vision, and we have AI processing that could do the same thing that was given those people all the flexibility to get around freely and privacy as well. Like if they want to get around by themselves, they don't want to hold somebody else's hand with them. So I found out that there is a lot of those wearables that are coming out. They have the technologies and the sensors, the cameras and all that, and they can do all the processing in the cloud using AI. So basically, somebody could wear those wearables and get around and say the glass would just talk to their ears and say, "Oh, watch, there's a chair right in front of you." And then, and it tells them, okay, I want to get to the kitchen. How do I get to the kitchen? So it kind of scans the flooring, scans the surrounding, and it tells you, okay, you want to take 5 steps forward and then 1 step left, and you get to the kitchen. And then watch for this thing in front of you, so you want to take care. So basically, it kind of screens the surroundings and the floor to get you to where you want to get, without having to hold the phone in your hand. Because currently, there is you can do that with live APIs or live AI such as Gemini Live. So right now you could pull up your Gemini and open a live video and you tell it, okay, I want to get to this, and it tells you, but it's not accurate at all. But then you also have to hold your phone, and then you have to see what's going on with your phone. Now we want to do that, but with only voice through going to your ears and without having to hold your phone. You just put your glasses on, and it looks normal and every day, and then you can get around it everywhere.
So, and that's what you're wearing now.
That's what I'm wearing now. Yeah.
It's amazing. So you're going to hit it? You're going to hit it?
I think so.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
All right.
Okay. So, did you see that? All right. So here, now you know that I was in the optical business for many years. Okay. And low vision aids were almost like back in the day when I was beginning my movement in the optical business, and up until the time I sold it, was something that was attached to the lens, a magnifier almost to an nth degree. I mean, you can get concave and convex lenses that will change your visual acuity But when you have low vision and you need low vision aids, it takes it to a whole other level, the magnification.
Right.
And what you're saying is, and you're working on this, right? What you're saying is that people won't be able to tell that you have a low vision aid on.
Exactly. Like it could look just like the one I'm wearing right now. Does it look like it's a big medical device?
No, not at all. I can't see the light.
Yeah, that's because it's recording right now.
right. It's recording, which we want to watch later. But it's fascinating to me how to do that, and you're working on that.
Yes.
So, for those people that need low vision aids, I mean, people can get it who don't need low vision aids. Okay, they just want that. They just want something that records as they're walking, just for fun, and they'll put it on TikTok or Instagram.
That's
or whatever.
available out there. Meta's been pushing this out more recently, and they're getting more generations out.
But you want to take it to a different place.
Exactly. I want to use it for accessibility and basically vision aid. I want to make those people who are in need for this to get it and use it for the things that because low vision people don't really need the cameras to take pictures. It's not
Right.
they don't care about this right now.
Right. Because they can't see the picture.
Exactly.
Basically.
So they want to get around freely. They want to feel like the privacy. Okay, I want to go to somewhere, indoor, outdoor. I don't need to call somebody to help me out with this.
Right.
Also with the Be My Eyes app, so it's already being done through phones, and then it has a lot of volunteers. Low vision people or blind people could pull up their phone and then video anything that they want, and then they call a volunteer to help them out to identify what that is, or
Right.
maybe what book they're looking at. This whole thing could be automated. Honestly, this whole thing, computer vision is there right now. The technology is there, so it's just a matter of implementation or orchestration. So that's what we're working on now.
Well, now it's obviously a device, a technological device, right? How does it get charged?
It's just you can put it in a case, and like this thing basically comes with the case and charge, like you charge the case, just
So
like an AirPods basically.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just put it in the case?
Yeah.
Is it wireless or is it like headphones? Is there like little contacts?
No, you put it in the case, and the case has charges in there, so it attaches into it, and you charge the case later.
So the case,
you charge the case.
someplace gets plugged in.
Right. You use a Type-C for that. Yeah.
So you got to make that available to people with low vision.
Right.
Where to plug it in. The thing, as you're talking, I'm thinking about that next step, which is energizing it, okay, charging it without having to plug it in. And this may sound
Wireless.
bizarre,
Yeah.
but the energy, this is a whole other place, but you won't get this because it's almost from neurons and atomic in a sense. The energy that's coming out of your brain, if that could be harnessed to charge
That's
the
the
glasses.
Yeah. I see what you're going. Yeah. I see what you're coming from.
We are energy vehicles.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we are. That's how we walk. That's how we talk. It's all energy.
But can this energy charge a device? I don't know about that.
I don't know. But if
We'll
you
find
think
out,
about it,
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
think about it, what is it that maintains our energy? Is it sleep? I mean, we're not plugging into any system or anything.
Right.
We're self-contained energy vehicles, right?
Right.
So why can't we be the thing that's plugged,
charged.
that something is plugged
Yeah,
into?
the power bank for it. Yeah.
Yeah, a power bank for glasses.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we should look into, like the energy that comes out of your hands, and because like if you put like your hands is always or like any part of your body is always emitting energy out of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Also could put like what's it called, the what's those sun
Yeah, I know. Plug it in.
No. The things that charge with the sun, solar, like the solar,
solar.
a little solar system on Earth.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah.
Now that's going to work in Florida. I don't know about Alaska in the winter. You know what I mean? But because you have to think of that geographically. But from a atomic level, and I don't mean like atom bombs or stuff.
Yeah.
We're all made up of atoms. Okay. Turning that, because atoms are always moving, right? The nuclei of an atom is always moving, right? So that's energy. Harnessing that energy into, Elon, if you're listening to this, you call Ahmed.
Yeah, by the way.
You know what I mean? You call Ahmed, you guys work on this together.
Also, what kind of got me thinking more about this is Elon and the self-driving cars. So we have full self-drive car with like full speed. You can fly and fly on the road and everything. So we can't get a glass or somebody to navigate a small surface. I mean, a car could navigate around streets and highways and take exits and run stop signs or whatever. and then we can get, that's the thing. We should have some sort of a mini scale on that to just navigate around a smaller area.
Well, as you're talking, I mean, I love this kind of stuff, folks, if you haven't figured that out, right? Sleep is the re-energizer.
Yeah.
Okay? If you think about it, if we could, or maybe they're already doing it, sleep in a vehicle that recharges us, okay? And then maybe 1 hour of sleep equals 8, okay, or whatever. It's sort of like a high-speed charger for your phone. Things like that would change everything, because people would be up 23 hours a day. Or it would energize you so that no matter what you wear, what you put on, that needs automatically charges.
Yeah. Okay. We need to get it to how humans are built for that.
I think it's possible. And from a physics standpoint, it's all physics. You know that, right? It's all physics. Yeah. From a physics standpoint, you need a physicist in there, and you need, a couple other experts in different fields. And I'd be happy to work on it. I'm not a physicist, but I slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Right. That's what they said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, stuff like that is fascinating to me. And why can't we do it? You are doing it. You are doing stuff like that.
I'm doing it right now for the low vision, and I think I already see the big potential for this to help people out to get around easily and just hand free without.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to walk around with their hands in their pockets. I mean, what's wrong with that?
It's got to be hands, because if you hold a phone, and you want to feel where you are, you can't do that.
Right. I mean, like the phone is a whole different. Like a phone currently is more capable than a wearable camera because it has all those sensors and LiDAR sensors and more advanced cameras. But eventually, cameras are going to catch up, and wearables are going to catch up to that. So as of now, we're kind of limited to how far we can go with this because of the hardware limitation, unless we go into manufacturing our own stuff, which is maybe later. But then that's also on the horizon. But like I'm proving a point first, and I'm building this prototype to test it with real users and give feedback. So I'm using what's available right now.
Or how long do you think it is before like computers just become our executive function? Like you got me thinking about, I'm really surprised there isn't anything yet that with the Google Metas like tells you what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Right? You could have like that voice inside your head that like keeps you focused on an activity. We're just going to hand it over to computers where you're like, no, put that down, eat this, keep working on this, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely. And this is what they call a continuous perception. Like the AI is always perceiving what's around it and looking and analyzing what's going on around it and intercepting only when it matters. Because this is the hard part that AI can't do well now. It could talk as much as it wants, but then it doesn't tell when to stop and when to talk. So if it sees something, like say for somebody who's low vision and is walking by, and say walking by the street, the AI could see everything, but then it needs to only to talk when something is important enough to talk about it and tell them to, okay, watch for this. It doesn't need to keep saying, okay, there's a bird flying by, or there's a pedestrian on the other street. It doesn't matter.
I know that's what I'm picturing, like replacing your internal monologue, like some horror sci-fi film or something, like running on the treadmill, like I do it, thinking about a different song every 12 seconds, or like, okay, just keep running, 42 minutes left.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Keep staring at the wall, whatever. Yeah.
It has to say, watch out for that curb.
Exactly, for watch out for the curb. Somebody's approaching you,
Right.
or watch for the car or whatever.
Right.
So it needs to identify what's important enough to talk about and what's not important enough to just let it go. So this is one of the things that we're solving at LumaGuide right now, trying to develop this perception where it understands what to talk about and when to stop talking.
So, what's the other company besides Sphinque?
It's called LumaGuide.
LumaGuide?
Yeah, it's LumaGuide.ai.
LumaGuide. Remember that. Sphinque and
That's
LumaGuide.
you should expect that somewhere in 2027. Currently, we're working on the prototype and working on experimenting how far we could go with this. I could expect that coming in 2027. The technologies, like even those classes are most recently open to developers. Like Meta released them about a year ago. Those are Gen 2s. They were released about a year ago, but they were not open for developers to build their own apps on. Now, most recently, Meta is starting to open those SDKs or software development kits for developers to start building their own apps and deploy them on all that. So we're kind of in a race in how fast could people do this, and I can expect that coming pretty soon.
So, is it an open platform?
Yeah, it's for developers. It's open. It's called SDK, or the software development kit. It's basically for all developers to start having access to those hardware and cameras to get feedback, so to get like real-time feedback from it.
And who owns that then?
Oh, that's Meta. It's Meta who built the whole class.
So Meta would own it?
Yeah.
So if you developed a program,
No, the program that you develop is yours. You just deploy it on their app, just like we do with iPhones. Yeah. So Apple owns the iPhone, you own the app on it.
Man. Wow. All right. So here you go. You're a graduate of Penn State in engineering, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was it that, like, you thought about all this stuff? How did that come to you?
So I've always been building things through school and after, like I always had some side projects working on it all the time. These are not the only things I've built. I've built some other stuff as well, but like those are the things.
Wait a minute. You build other stuff too?
Yeah, I like those like projects, side projects. They're not something that I took them seriously enough to push them out there to users. But those are the like the Sphinque app and LumaGuide are the ones that I see direct value from users using those.
Yeah.
So for Sphinque, for example, direct value would be companies hiring the right person, and
Absolutely.
like right now, a lot of companies are getting rid of so many folks because they can replace them by AI tools and stuff. So the layoffs are great. So now, instead of hiring, say 500 engineers, maybe you want to have only 100 engineers in the whole company, and those 100 needs to be competent enough to use all the AI tools out there and replace the whole team.
Damn.
So it's unfortunate for developers, though. Like
It is.
It is what it is.
It is. It's like Salam Herrera talked about.
I was laid off myself, honestly.
You were?
Yeah, I was laid off. My last company, I was like, but then that's where I took Sphinx too serious, and I just took off from there.
What do you think the future will look like?
Honestly, I feel like AI is getting too advanced right now, and in the next year to 5 years, honestly, I would say 1 to 5 years, the whole world's gonna look differently. Honestly, a lot of people are gonna be like their jobs are gonna look differently if they even have a job by then. Like honestly, I see everything. I think a lot like AI taking over many professions, unfortunately, and I'm not sure how the government is gonna let that go and let that pass away, but we'll see how it goes. But AI is expanding very fast.
Exponentially.
Yeah, exponentially first.
Wow. So maybe people will just get paid by the government.
I heard about that. Maybe you can get paid every.
I think they do something like that. Certain people in Finland or something.
But I don't know if that would actually be meaningful. Like humans are creative. Humans are supposed to be creative. Like they're not supposed to be just paid and then sit home. Like this is not humanity. So unfortunately, like we're developing the technology that could eventually become something we regret that we did in the first place. But it's making life easier for sure.
It's making life easier, but is it part of, to one degree, the self-sabotaging nature of human beings?
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that.
You know, it's like we have this beautiful, beautiful life, and we are almost bent on ruining it, right?
Yeah.
We kill each other for ridiculous reasons. We force people to do things. We invent things that harm us. We eat food that's bad for us,
right? So
that we can then use medications to make us better, which really harm us.
Yeah,
we are the most bizarre thing. It's not. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are inventing stuff that will destroy.
It's just going to be crazy. Yeah. I don't know how the next generation is going to look like. Right now, my kids and your kids, and then everybody else's kids. Honestly, it's going to look different from now. I feel like we are the last generation who are kind of experiencing the past and the future at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah. It's interesting because
like I've seen life without a phone, and now I'm seeing it with autonomous cars, and it's just
and people that it's very rare when somebody doesn't have their phone with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
When
they have their glasses on, so it replaces it, right?
So it may say the phones. You may be able to talk to your glasses and say, call Ahmed.
Yeah, one thing about glasses as well. I'm thinking this is going to be the second product line for LumaGuide. It's going to be not for vision aids, but for hearing aids.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, you know how? So for deaf people, the way they communicate is through sign language, right? So right now, Meta glasses have also they just released a glass called Meta Display, and then there's other
Meta what?
Meta Display, Meta Glass Display.
Meta glasses display.
Yeah, it has a display. It has a display in
Meta
the lens.
Display.
Yeah. It has a lens. It has a display in the lens, so you can see some sort of an overlay of your phone or whatever. Yeah. So and it's coming up. It came out pretty recently, and developers are also working now to build things on it. I could see that working in a way that a deaf person now, the only way he would communicate with other people is that having somebody with him that can speak English and speak sign language to translate.
Right.
So right now, when you say I'm the deaf person and I'm wearing this glasses and I have this display, you can talk to me however you want, whichever language. It translated into hand gestures, so into hand signs, or what do they call it? Sign language.
Sign language.
Sign language.
So
and then I could see it right, without anybody realizing that something is wrong. There's nothing wrong. I'm just looking at my glasses, and there's an overlay in front of me, and it's the hand gestures and the sign language are being performed right in front of my eyes. So
yes.
That would translate what you're saying to me.
And then you have to figure out how that person communicates back.
Exactly. That's the little tricky part.
It is the tricky part.
Unless the other person has his own glasses on to see it anyway.
If they're both deaf. They're both deaf, that's one thing.
Right.
But if they're not, and only one person is deaf, and deaf people do have a certain way of speaking, right? Because they can't hear themselves speak,
Right.
basically. Correct me if I'm wrong, to any audiologist or whatever, but there could come a time when the eyewear itself has a microphone on it.
It does. It does have a microphone right now. It could see and speak to your ears.
There you go.
Exactly.
But you would
So
have
that's-
to, but it would have to interpret your thoughts.
Yeah, unless you want to do it like do the hand sign, the sign language, and it sees
and
it,
it translates that.
it. That's one way of doing it, and then spits out the words with a speaker.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, but this is also like more hardware parts that maybe we don't have today, but I'm sure in a couple of months we're going to have all that.
Yeah, see, this is very interesting to me because anything we're talking about, and people who are watching or listening to this may go, what? I mean, that's never going to... No,
Trust me, it's coming.
a month, 2 months, a year, that's it.
That the display glass is SDK for it, so Meta just opened it for developers to develop their own apps on it. You know how long ago was that? 8 days ago. That's most recent thing I've ever seen. It's 8 days ago, literally.
And they're already developed.
It's already, a lot of people are building their games. Like you can play games on it while you walk. It's already been developed, so I'm sure anything that we don't have today, in a couple of months we're having.
Is there any competitors on the market, or is it kind of
for this specific?
like as good as the Ray-Ban ones, or is it kind of a result
yeah,
of Facebook just dumping a bunch of money in
Yeah,
Meta?
I'm sure there are competitors.
Google.
Google's are coming out with them. However, I just found that Ray-Ban is the most distributed in retails, and like you can buy them from anywhere, and
Plus
it
they
look normal.
They look great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
look
do
great.
look great.
It look great, and
Yeah.
and it's something that nobody would notice anything weird about it.
No.
It's just a regular sunglass.
And they're owned by Luxottica. That frame.
Okay.
Ray-Ban is owned by, which is the largest optical company in the world.
Okay.
They now own the company I started.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yeah, Four
Nice.
Eyes. They
Okay.
own Four Eyes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What was that a company? Tell me about it.
My company
Yes.
that I started at 15th and Pine in Philly was the first company to have one low price, no extra charge for anything.
Nice.
And we were written about so much that other opticians and optometrists complained they thought we were advertising. And in those days, no doctors, no lawyers, no professionals advertised. But we weren't advertising. It was public relations, people writing about us. So somehow it got to the Senate Select Committee on Small Business and the Federal Trade Commission, and they cited the company and me as the reasons to change the regulations for doctors, lawyers, and all professionals to allow them to advertise.
Okay.
And then I started in Philly and wound up with 55 stores and a large laboratory and distribution center.
That's great.
Yeah, and that was a major change in the business. And now look at it. Now you can put on a pair of glasses.
Yeah. Now that
and
they
it'll-
partner with Meta, that's why. Because Meta is the one who's doing all the research for it.
A guy who in his bedroom at Harvard, I think it was Harvard, Zuckerberg, came up with this idea for Facebook, and now he's making eyewear that will help people.
Do it, yeah. I mean, people are playing games while they walk now.
and that's the point you were making. Like, if they do away with everything, what is the innovative human being going to do?
For the accessibility part, I'm all in about it because it's helping people truly. Maybe for things that are like those robots that are going to completely eliminate specific professions. However, it's actually meant to be, it's meant for the good reason. It's meant to replace, say, dangerous jobs or repetitive jobs that things could be automated. I'm all into that, so I'm not against technology at all. I just kind of worried about how far could this go. and where are we going to take this to? Because the human nature is kind of unstoppable.
I'm so ready for UBI. I'm just going to play acoustic guitar, surf.
Yeah.
Films I want to make, get better at surfing.
Right.
I'm ready.
That's pretty cool. Let's just hope that we don't have robotic podcast hosts.
No, but it would be interesting to see, like, with UBI, like the Republicans' worst nightmare, who like sits around and just orders junk food and does nothing, versus like who like takes advantage of their time here and like does really cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very interesting because I can see the world being totally different soon.
Yeah, very soon, exactly.
Very soon. And you know, when Salon was here, what was it, 2 or 3 episodes ago, he's like an AI guru, okay? Like you now I figured this out. He said to me, you can interview Benjamin Franklin or what was it, Abraham Lincoln. And I said, are you kidding me? And we're working on it.
You got a clone of them or what?
Well, they're agents, AI agents.
Oh yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah, and I went back and he sent me something and I was talking to.
I've seen a startup like that where they're currently like the way they're working is that they're letting people, especially older people, to train an AI agent. Train about everything, so you just have a casual conversation and then tell them how you think and what your beliefs and what you're thinking, so that when you pass away, there is an extended version of you.
Yeah,
that's like crazy. You talk to your deceased grandfather or great-grandfather.
That would be crazy.
People are already doing that. I've seen that in person.
Pretty interesting.
Like, just talk, give them your legacy, man. Like, you're gonna go. This thing is staying here as long as there's internet here.
I would love to talk to my mother and father.
Yeah.
You know, and my grandparents.
And then he uses the same voice, same thinking,
same everything.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to. Well, there are agents. There are ways to find my mother and father's voice, but it's very difficult to find it. Well, Abraham Lincoln's voice, I think he was recorded, but Benjamin Franklin, I don't think
no recording
so.
at all.
No, we'd have to listen to the bricks in his house on Market Street and see if we can suck that stuff out of those bricks. Maybe Alex can do that. I mean, we'll see about that. But what I'm looking at right now, I mean, this is very interesting to me, Ahmed. Very interesting. And the stuff you're doing, it is incredible. And you know, I watch the people in Abu Dhabi. Okay, I have one of the things I follow, and their technology, and the way they're working with other countries in the region and around the world, and what they're doing. You would think, this goes back to our original thing. You would think that they would be set. They don't have to do anything. They got all the oil in the world, you know, not all the oil in the world, but they got a lot of oil, stuff like that. But they're not satisfied. They're the perfect example of a human being.
Right.
They're not satisfied. We're not going to let it run out. Right? So they figure stuff out. Right.
They're trying to build their city to be the smart city, and they're use efficient everything there. And I like their vision, and they're going in the right direction.
And it's the other thing is Israel's known as the innovation nation. So they figured, let's work together.
Yeah.
And it makes perfect sense to me. It's like you and me working together and figuring out how to have those glasses be the vehicle that deaf people can communicate, and blind people can see their way around.
Absolutely.
That would be cool. And I know Alex is writing that down right now so that we can get that done.
Yeah, and anyone who's actually interested in this scope, I'm very happy to work with anyone about this. And we're currently more doing research and exploring the possible solutions to the current problems. I'm really open to work with anyone to help out with this. And
do you hear that? Ahmed Metwoali is willing to work with anybody that would like to work with him. right?
Absolutely. We're looking to solve real problems for people and make people's lives easier. So, anybody who's interested in this field, just absolutely hit me up and we'll get you up to speed. And then we're currently
You're on
into development mode. Yeah.
You working with anybody else?
I'm currently using. I have my buddy. He's basically working with me into the research part of it.
So you got another guy who's like you?
Yeah.
Man, holy Mickey Rooney.
Yeah, he's
Two of you.
He's actually not a technologist. He's a doctor, but then he's doing.
What kind of doctor?
I think he's an internal doctor.
Oh, he's a medical
doctor. Yes.
Because I'm a doctor, but I'm a different
Yeah, no.
doctor.
He's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
And he's doing the research in that.
Damn. And he's doing the research on the glasses.
On the glasses part, and how to help out specifically the parts where how to let the AI basically not intercept when things that are not important come in the way. So
is he an ophthalmologist?
He's mostly internal medicine.
Internal medicine.
Yeah.
You could work
He just likes to do research, but it's not his specialty, but he likes to do research.
Yeah. Maybe you could talk to Salam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are people that would love to do this.
Yeah. I'm as I said, I'm open to.
I find it fascinating.
Okay, let's work together then.
Yeah, we can work together on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you're from the field. You've done it before, and you know more than well.
Yeah, I have. It's been a long time ago, but
Well.
You got to make sure that. Well, I don't want to get too technologically involved right now,
Mm-hmm.
but as I'm looking at glasses, for low vision aids, you don't need the same thing that you would for someone who just has a corrective prescription.
Mm-hmm.
But you need other things that they don't need. And it's the same thing with people who are deaf, right? You would need.
So for the deaf, it's kind of a different product and different technologies, but
however, using the same vehicle.
Using the same vehicle, exactly. So this is the whole part. So you use the same vehicle, and then you just get different usage out of it for different people.
Yeah. Now, from a hearing aid standpoint, they already have those hearing aids in the temples.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're deaf.
Yeah, the only way is sign language or transcribe the text.
Yeah. If you're deaf. Wait a minute now. Maybe we talked about this earlier. If you're deaf, you can transcribe, and you can read it on the glasses.
You can do that. That's already available.
Yeah,
it's already available. It comes with it already.
Really?
So, yeah,
the transcription of the conversation.
Yeah, like you can translate or transcribe whatever text. Maybe you're looking at something that you can't see it well. It could transcribe a conversation. So this is not the hard part of it. That's actually available already.
I think it's funny because so many people watch TV and films with subtitles.
Yeah.
So it's like just the other day I was like, it'd be funny if you could be lazy and just have subtitles in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As a filmer, I'm kind of against it. I get it because everyone's doing a million things. Or the artistic director of the Lighthouse Film Festival I was just talking to, Will Kuhn. He's from France. So so many people learn culture and English and stuff from movies. So I see subtitles can be important there.
Yeah, but I honestly don't like subtitles too much. But,
nice. But it's crazy to have them in real life, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The subtitle part it could solve the problem partially. I just don't see it the best way to communicate.
Yeah, no,
it could help.
With you.
It could help if you maybe if it's a different language than you're talking.
A different language, the transcription would be in your language.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say I'm speaking Arabic, okay, and it comes up on my glasses in English, okay, or on your glasses in English, whatever, okay, and then that makes sense, right?
That's right.
Especially if you're deaf.
Yeah, and if you're deaf, this is the part. The part that I'm trying to add is having the sign language popping up in front of you. Some character who's trained very well on the sign languages and in learning the tactics of it and everything. Then it would basically start to talk naturally to the deaf person.
Yeah. Yes, but here's one of the other sides of it. If you're deaf and you're wearing those glasses, right, and I'm speaking to you, but you're deaf, so you may need sign language, or you could just read it. You'd have to learn how to read,
Right.
okay? But the words could come up on the screen.
To read what again? To read the sign language?
If I'm having a conversation with you, okay? I just thought of something else. And you're deaf, but you know how to read without sign language.
Yeah.
You've learned English, let's say, through some conversion of sign language to words, okay? Then, in that sense, it could just come up in words on your glasses.
So it's like two in one, basically. You have the sign language and you have the transcription.
Right, and you could say, you could click something that goes from sign language
turn it off
to
or
word.
turn it on. Yeah, exactly.
Sign language to word.
I could see that. Very possible.
Yeah.
Very possible thing.
Especially
The sign language. As I said, the transcription part is already existing. Like people could use that today. The overlay for the sign language, that's a part I'm building. So it's I could see these type of technologies for accessibility are great, honestly.
They are.
Yeah, they help people sincerely, but then the other part, maybe the other things, they all help people. I feel like technologies currently is being developed with a good faith, and it's hopefully it continues that way.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, because like I said, we are a self-sabotaging species.
Right.
So I hope we're doing good things, more good things than bad things.
Yeah.
And this has been a great conversation.
My pleasure. I really enjoyed it today.
Yeah, it's great. So let's finish up by saying Sphinque is an aid for helping companies do away with the top 2 tiers of interviewing people.
Yes.
Go right to the most important part.
100%. Yeah.
Right? And it's Luma
Guide.
Luma Guide helps people see and hopefully hear, okay, things that they would not normally be able to see.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah. For Sphinque, last thing I want to mention, we're going to be available at HR Tech Conference right in October. We're going to be exhibiting.
Where is it?
It's in the Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, and it's called what?
HR Technology.
HR Technology
It's
in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas, yeah.
So we're going to be there exhibiting in October 20 to 2022. October 20.
October 20th to the 22nd in Las Vegas, you can find Sphinque and Ahmed Metwoali there and ask him what's the next thing that's happening. Or say, here's $1 billion, I want to work with you, and let's figure this out.
I'll take that. Okay.
Are you listening, Elon? Are you listening? You know, if he calls me later, I'm going to
just send my way. You got my number.
Yeah, I got your number. I'm going to tell him to call you directly.
Yeah.
Listen, Ahmed, this has been great.
Awesome.
Really, really great.
Really great.
Phenomenal. Awesome. Phenomenal. Once again, tell people how to get a hold of you.
Yeah. So I usually you can get a hold of me through LinkedIn. My URL is, you can search Ahmed Metwoali in the search bar, and it's gonna come up.
Great. Spell your name.
It's Ahmed, and the last name is Metwoali.
Perfect. Okay. This has been great. What a great show. Terrific. And I want you to remember, folks, this is episode 55, Digging for Gold. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify, where you can listen to us or watch us. And here's the last thing. Use your mind. If you don't, others will. We'll see you next time on Digging for Gold.